Well, there goes the Pioneer. So once again, Schaefer Martin, I question your tactics and your antics right now. Hello guys, this is Greyshot17, and today I'm casting a 2v2. This is a map on Minsk Pocket. It's been a while since I've been on this map, so good to cover it. We got, Schaefer Martin, an ex-sniper, versus Radish Man and Koopa Troopa. I'm assuming a big Mario fan. But yeah, so overall playtime looks like the British have a little bit more. Axis, though, have an austere and OKW, so a good mix. Radish Man, by the way, went with a commander of rare artillery, which is, again, very good for artillery. I like the Valentine tank, generally, in Sexton. Also, we got ourselves a strategic reserve with assault grenadiers, so that can be very effective early on at counteracting a lot of British forces if they can ambush them, since British forces are good defensively, but caught out of cover, they can be very easily dominated. So we'll see how that fares. On the right, we have Storm Pioneers getting close. Immediately pushes back the Brits, as shown. But hey, if you have a game where the British dominate against Assault Grenadiers or vice versa, you can submit it. My Gmail and stuff is down below. And unlike a commenter recently who's been like, Greyshot only casts subs, this game is completely completely isolated. It has no one who's paid me in any way, shape, or form on YouTube and Patreon. What I typically do every Sunday live on Twitch. So yeah, you can submit that to my Gmail and Discord below. And again, not saying I don't cover subs and patrons, it's just not all my games. Anyway, Royal Engineers, infantry section pushing on in. Koopa Trooper has an MG, which is good to hold back forces. But again, if they divide and conquer or use sprint, it can be also pretty horrifying. One thing that's horrifying, though, that I'm finding is Martin going not one, not two, but 3 MG42s. That's a lot of MGs, which is fine, but I was not expecting an MG spam. But the good news is, for him, is the British don't have light vehicles that can possibly counteract that. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. They do. So yeah, that could be something to keep an eye on, is British universal carriers, Valentine tanks, AECs, etc. counteracting a lot of the, MG fire. Right now, Kubal's trying to do his best against the CF3 section, and actually, you know what? Doing a decent helping. Good morning, Ronnie. Let's see. We got ourselves the Kubal going in, pushing the unit out of cover, though he could just keep doing circles, but that's when the Volk squads come in and get the Volk out of cover, forcing him back. So nice job there. Little support. Combined arms, if you will. So that's a solid move by the Axis. Again, it shows me as a little more skill than maybe his ranking will let on. And by the way, I do have CoH2 map on, so you guys should be able to see the overall playtime and ranks accordingly. So hopefully that gives you guys a bit more perspective on what the teams are doing. Now, if I had to assume what this guy might be saving up for, is he's going to save up for this, and then might get himself a bunch of Panzer Grenadiers. That would be my idea. Good morning, DJF. Hopefully, again, you're doing well. Infantry section is on standby, trying to push on up, but if the MG catches them, they're both gone because they have no way to counter. Oh, wait, we have Assault Grenadiers. That's a bit interesting. So I was hoping... Oh, he has bunkers, too. Okay. I don't know if that's supposed to be a reinforcement bunker. Also, MG, I think he might be able to get this guy because technically out of cover. He's not in a perfect line with it, so, you know, MG's able to do what it does best and suppress. But hey, good job there. Pioneers are on standby. MG coming on up to support. There's possibly another MG that will be here. I'm assuming maybe a command post, but judging by its positioning, MG makes way more sense. Infantry section is flanking the MG, gonna force it back. This MG, though, got the infantry section down pretty firmly. Assault officer coming on in. It can use smoke and, speed to hopefully get around these MG lines. Although we have a MG bunker, which has been a little bit more helpful a little bit early on. Oh, okay. DJ, I'm glad your issue. I'm glad that your problems are hopefully resolved. I'm seriously glad, man. Time for the Brit mortar pit. That would actually be a solid choice. But on the right, Volk squads are on standby, burning the British outside the buildings, though they're still trying their best. We got ourselves... Actually, not that much. Assault officers on standby with some infantry section, but looks like he might be getting some upgrades. He got a Beaufort, so we might try to put a Beaufort here to hold the town. would delay the Germans since they don't really have AT or a support gun. He is getting a medical, so that could be in the near future. British forces did grab their munition point. And right now, I would say it's about 50-50 in resources, etc. As soon as they get this, it's really going to be up to who gains territory first. Like Gambom gets a great initial blow, getting a number of Volk squads out, and also possibly veterans. Yep, just got veteran seat, and forces the enemy back. So Stern Pioneer, Volk squads, all that's on standby. But it looks like artillery from the assault officers coming on in. Nice job forcing him out of cover. The British artillery is no joke. It is wipe squad. So always try to dodge that if possible. British attack seems to be working. He has 700 manpower as well. So he's saving up. I would use it. Nice Gammon bomb. Forced him out of cover again. And with 2 men. Assault officer still charging. Though I think it's about time to run away. Infantry section though are not giving up. Again, upgrades would be great, Radish Man. But, hey, you're still putting a lot of pressure, and the Germans are pulling back majorly. And remember, he can't use this to upgrade right now because he can't use a retreat point. So he has to go back to base and then walk over to this location to get anything. But he does have the upgrade, so it'll just be delayed. But he could. But it just won't be instant. Assault, oh, boys. Assault Grenadiers MG seem to be counterattacking. The British retreating, allowing the Germans grabbing 2 very key positions. And even though the British on the right is doing so well, and now is a Beaufort, but again, need to be very cautious about approach. Yeah, it actually, I'm unsure about that one. I would have maybe moved it a little further back, destroy this and have it here, so that way you don't have Volk squads just rushing on in, because I could easily see a situation where they come up here and maybe throw something if it's blocked via sight, or maybe this way. Again, there's some areas where it's a little bit finicky. Mortar pits going down, so it looks like he's making a whole defensive position here. Maybe some cover or something to block shots could also be effective. But Radish Man really wants his forward position, and it looks like Martin is getting a pack, so that could help counterattack, or sniper. Anyway, Volk squads don't really have much. They have incendiary grenades, but unless they want to just dive on in there, it's probably not the best idea. What you could do is have this go detection mode so they can see it. But AT guns there, so if he gets any closer, that Kubel is pretty much screwed. MGs are the name of the game, apparently, with plenty of bunkers MGs. Now, Koopa Troopa has upgraded 5-man squads, but there's so much MG fire, I don't think it really will help. Yeah, there's MG here. Like, every place in this forest is MGs. Goddamn. Am I still muted? Oh, no, chat's all... Chat's like, Greyshot, you're muted. I can see my mic. I'm not muted anymore, but thank you. Thanks, guys. I know. And guys, there's still time if you want to put predictions up live on Twitch. And again, for those watching this on YouTube, I do stuff live on Sundays. You know, when I don't hurt my back because of a gym accident, I typically start at 9 a.m. Central Time. All right, so let's see. We got ourselves MG. Assault officer taking mid. Again, if the MG does fire, which also, by the way, get that man some heals, which, yeah, he's doing right here. Man, this guy loves his defensive works. We have 2 guys that are really going heavy on defensive. Toxic games. No, this isn't toxic. This is not toxic. This is annoying in terms of strats, but toxic would be a player that's so detrimental in, like, bashing his teammates or the enemy. Like, I've had that game, especially recently. I've had a number of toxic games with a guy literally he was typing so much that he didn't realize the enemy had, I think it was an AVRE that killed his men, so which was hilarious. But there are ways to get around this. Again, even though this is all concentrated, our assault artillery could be doing wonders. And look, Radish Man has artillery, so that's excellent. Defensive positions here could easily hold back this Axis counterattack for the most part. AT gun and support gun are finally being brought up, so that will put a little bit of a damper on his you know, defensive line. But if he uses the mortar pit correctly, if he uses the Beaufort correctly, and maybe even some of the concentration early warning, he should be okay. Maybe an opportunity as well to put down a cache for munitions, because right now the British are suffering quite a bit. And another bunker. Guys, another one. Another bunker is going down. So, not a great day if you're infantry trying to charge that line. MG section realizing the massive amount of forces over here. He will probably escape, at least he gave a little bit of a warning. Wingsmith and one, that'll make you cry. Oh, God. Why? I don't want to... I mean, to be fair, we'll see. We'll see if you guys submit replays that make me cry. I'm wondering if he knows his emplacements ain't covering a useful point. I mean, kind of. The Beaufort's guarding the munition point, right? And that's technically, you could say, in more German territory. But that being said, this guy's also guarding all of this territory all the way to mid. So that's a huge ordeal. The only issue for him, though, is I don't think the Assault Grenadiers were a good choice. While they're good at ambushing and using speed to, like, you know, beat weaker infantry, the British have, like, you know, leveled up. They've got another model. They got Brens. They're pretty solid in keeping themselves with enough sight to identify and hit those targets from afar. So they're going to need something. Also, now they have AT forces, which is really cool, and he's upgraded them. So any armor he deploys, like a Panzer IV, this could honestly deal decent amounts of damage. So need to watch out for these tank hunters. British forces called in artillery, moving the MG and a lot of other forces away from where they're at. Beaufort as well returning fire, though again he is a bit injured, so he needs to keep on that pressure. Recon could also be a great thing to do, that we can see the front here. Mortar pit is under fire, down to about a third. Needs to focus. Hey, if he gets lucky, he hits a mine, that would be great. But in mid, we have Assault Officer just dealing all sorts of havoc. Oh my god, the Assault Grenadier is dead. No, it actually lives. It actually lived. Hot damn. Man, I haven't seen this map in ages. I know, that's my thought. Is he going to beat another squad? Throws a light game bomb thinking he'll charge. Grenades to the throne. He dodges that. Going on in. Luckily, Vet 2 veterancy definitely helps. And by God, yeah. Another Assault Officer bit it. One unit fought 2 Assault Grenadiers. Easily won. That's what I like to see. But, Mortar pit looks like went down. Now it's going to be a bit of an issue because there's 2 support guns and a Panzer headquarters. So Sniper is going to be building and getting armor out sooner than later. Already, with that upgrade, he's probably about 2 minutes away from armor. How is Radishman? Radishman did get a company command post and hammer, so most likely he's saving up for a Churchill. Problem. Churchill be about 8 minutes, I would say. Because he's at, oh, not 8 minutes, I'm sorry. He has 30 fuel coming on in. Okay, 4 minutes. 4 minutes away, that's good. But the problem is, I don't think he can hold that line for much longer. Though artillery did knock out the support guns, so that's a small win. The problem is, there's not much good that's going to be stopping a big Volk squad push as soon as that Beaufort is gone. Because what? You think the AT gun's going to suddenly be like, I'm good against infantry? You're not Soviet, sir. You're not going to hold that line. Anyway, we still have German forces trying their best to hold with numerous bunkers and whatnot, and it seems to be holding on the left. Middle, the British might have a bit better opportunity with the Vickers guarding this. You have an MG, though, that's reinforcing. Assault Grenadiers that are getting upgrades for 6-man squads that will put them at bit better odds. But remember, the Assault Officer now at veterancy does get some additional bonuses. Additional men that he can get. He can get 5 men. So that might help even out the playing field a little bit. But he has to make sure he dodges grenades and such. German forces are pushing on in. Again, one criticism would be having detection so you can see what the enemy has. And that way, if there is an ambush, you're prepared. But he is going to grab the territory at very least and scout it out. We have forces coming on in, but again, Radishman did not upgrade, but I get he's trying to use that fuel to get armor, so I understand the situation at hand, but getting some infantry, counteracting infantry like a MG or something might be beneficial. Just keep it away from the support guns. Assault Grenadier does flank and does a good job at hitting the Vickers, but although Assault Officer coming back, oh god. Hey, remember this guy? He sort of murdered you and your friends before, so you may want to hightail it. The other guy's ready for him. You're going to chuck grenades. Alright, here comes the Assault Officer. And just charging on in, demolishing the Asgrens. Well, Asgren's also being hit by other fire, but walking to an MG. Is he going to take advantage? No, he's moving on in, trying to get the kill. And does send a pack in, but Gammon Bomb does enough damage to where the British put down the Assault Grenadier and win the battle. MG's now being hit by artillery with the flares active thanks to Radishman. Remember, he has upgrades, so you get that airburst. And there goes the MG, which is a huge win against, Schaeffler Martin, because he's lost 2 squads, and with the MG stuff down, one less thing you have to deal with. Also, Koopa has managed to get a Cromwell, which is great, except for the 1 pack gun. But he did kill the bunkers. That's 3 things that have died under Martin's control, which was very good. That weakens his position, which is needed because right now it looks like Sniper is gaining the upper hand and about to gain a Panzer IV. Martin is also getting a Panzer IV, so that's generally fine. I don't mind people doubling up on armor. Just note that you do put yourself at a disadvantage if the enemy has something to counter both Panzer IVs. In this case, we know that Radishman is going with a Churchill, and I feel like Schaefer and X-Sniper should realize that, because we haven't seen any armor from the Brits. So it's either going to be a Cromwell, a Firefly, which a Panzer IV already has trouble dealing with, or it's going to be a Churchill or a Comet. Either way, not a good thing to be a medium armored vehicle to fight that. Cromwell trying to kill the MG. Will decap before he dies, but I think the MG is a goner. There it goes. Another one bots dust. Pack gun coming on in, but again, getting very close for comfort. Luckily, MG back behind it, still trying to do what it can. But again, moving the emplacements over here in the support equipment does sort of open up the gap there for British forces to exploit and maybe use... do you have Gammon bombs? That might not be a bad idea to get Gammon bombs. That way you can smoke it and get around and blow up their defenses. But pack gun goes down. MG's being hit by artillery. Just not a good day. Koopa, by the way, went special weapons. I don't think I mentioned that. But yeah, you can also do hold the line and croc, which is pretty solid. Volkblob coming on in. MG still trying to hold back the infantry. If he suppresses it, that's fine. That will help the Panzer IV out. Volk squad's coming on in to counteract all this. And again, if he fouls the Cromwell, that'll be a big win for the Panzer IV as well. Got a quick upgrade. Panzer IV continues to charge. Trying his best to advance. Let's see what the Volk squads have planned. There's some Vickers in the back. The German snipers yet to pick anything. I don't know what he could go. Maybe not fortifications. Although Pack 23 could be good, but the direct artillery may not be that suitable. AT gun hits the Panzer IV, which turns all the way around, allowing a Cromwell to possibly get a good shot in the rear. AT gun does, but unfortunately Cromwell does miss, forcing the unit back while the Germans try to counter, and by counter I mean he's going to charge an assault grenadier in with a Panzer IV. Maybe an okay strat. Again, the AT gun's out of position and the Cromwell maybe get caught off guard. That's fine. Remember, Cromwell does have speed, smoke, and AT gun support close by. Plus, Radishman is deploying a Churchill. Again, he has 1,200 manpower. I think he needs more men. That's my one criticism for him. And right now, the Germans do actually have resource advantage overall. So, especially at this point, they're going to have 52 munitions and 32 fuel. They are going to have the lead in special attacks and armor very soon, with Martin deploying another Panzer IV. Now we're starting to see an issue where we're seeing a lot of Panzers, and overwhelmingly, that could just put the British in a bit of a disadvantage, right? So you may have the better armor, but numbers matters, especially if they can overwhelm your whatever you have. Recent game, especially with Y here, he had an IS-152, but I had 5 Panzer IVs I used to flank and neutralize it, so just some great stuff there. Unfortunately, the infantry, it does have the support, may not be enough. Panzer IV backs up, probably should help. AT gun is farther away, but a shot around this brush would have been still pretty good. He could fire through and hit the Cromwell. The infantry, though, is now taking the Cromwell's wrath. And, yeah, that MG is once again going to die. So maybe retreat a little sooner. As someone who has actually lived. My apologies. But as someone who constantly loses units because he doesn't hit the T key, someone with experience, just passing it along. On the far right, German forces counteract a British push and now are preparing themselves to advance. Again, Sniper, Vet 2 Kubel, pretty solid. I also find it funny he has this doctrine, but he hasn't deployed mobile observation posts. That's good for flares and detecting stuff. Churchill overwhelming this poor Panzer IV. He's getting another Panzer IV. Attacking the Panzers. All right. AT gun, though, is on standby. Volk squads are there, so he could Faust and definitely overwhelm the Churchill. Luckily, Churchill bounced all those shots, so totally fine. He's taking it like a champ. So right now, we have a counterattack with 2 Panzer IVs in mid. He has the numbers, but does he have the tenacity and the advantage in overall support? Well, he has an assault grenadier, which is running. Oh, no, it's going for the AT gun. We have the Churchill coming down as well. So these guys are running, but they're running literally to certain death. Our engineer as well helping to wear them down. And the Cromwell does miss the shot, but sends the infantry screaming. So Panzer IVs are injured. Hopefully Pioneer can quickly get them operational. I'm just saying, you give them the Pioneer support equipment so you can make them heal faster. Use the doctrine to your advantage. Make sure you can help out, right? Otherwise, why get the doctrine if you're not going to use it? Well, there goes the Pioneer. So once again, Schaefer Martin, I question your tactics and your antics right now. We also have an attack, but the British easily have advantage with the Panzer IVs having a rough time versus, well, the Churchill. AT guns targeted. Pack gun, again, firing, has a hard time bouncing, or hard time penetrating the Churchill, bouncing most shots. Imagine using your doctrine. Allowing the Cromwell to now advance unopposed, and I feel like the left-hand side is pretty much going to fall apart. The biggest issue I currently see is the British lack of aggression in this sector. He needs to push up and retake this territory, but with that, you know, decisive kill, I think he should be able to. Hopefully he will. Because again, if you let the enemy just rebuild, it doesn't really matter. Tadhouse saying, hurt your back? I hope you're good, mate. Oh, don't worry. I was doing bar squats, and unfortunately, yeah, I went down, so essentially, never fall on your knees, fall flat, right, if you have ever that issue, because mine was it was a safety system which could have, even if I let go, it would have held it, right, it would have held it in place, at a certain point, so I would have been fine, but, I went on my knees, and it put so much pressure on my lower back that I was in excruciating pain yesterday. I'm currently on a lot of pain meds and such, but, you know, still not great. I did just realize, okay, so Sniper got himself a Panther. That's a good use. I think him not getting a Panzer IV, getting a Panther, really solid, because now the Churchill does have something for it to, you know, worry about. Volk squad's pushing on in. There is an MG here, which the Germans still have yet to counter, though hopefully with Sniper coming over here, he does move over the support guns. That's my hope, because support guns with smoke would have been great. Who was flexing too much at TwitchCon. I made that joke. Hold on. So for those who don't know, I'm just gonna show something after this. Nice grenades put down the Vickers, luckily attacking multiple directions, but Bradishman is coming on in. 2,000 manpower for the Brits, my lord. Germans need to get some kills in, like stat, and the British need to get some more men. Volk squad very low, infantry section puts it down. Assault Grenadier was trying to kill that assault officer, but alas, Bet 3 is going to get the hell out of there. AT gun might not be so lucky, but a lot of forces are retreating. They're trying to focus on the Assault Grenadier. Are the Germans going to win this? Didn't know his name is Adriana. No, haha. But I will say this. I'm not even being funny. On Sunday, we actually saw that, and here's my ticket. Right? Duel with friends. This is my ticket I could have used to enter that foam pit. We were going to do that on Sunday, and then me and my girlfriend saw it, and we're like, no. No. No, we're not. That doesn't look great. And by the way, we left TwitchCon because we had to go to the airport right as that happened, right? We left right as that. So we didn't know about all that stuff happening, which was... not great. MG's opening fire, on standby. Got another upgrade for the bunker. The Assault Grenadier is trying to take that position. Panzer IV is back. Churchill, though, is there, so don't expect too much. Again, I feel like the Brits need to push left, and hopefully that's what he's doing here, and we'll retake that territory. But yeah, we'll see. Also, the foam pit didn't exist in Amsterdam. Yeah, I assume why. I assume the a safety expert or someone would probably have the would probably have decency to be like, no, that's not a good idea. Double pack, though, is what Schaefer Martin has brought out, and yeah, that can be good. Luckily, Cromwell uses its speed to get out of there before it takes too much damage. Churchill's still in mid, kicking ass. 11 kills so far. British forces also has a decent helping of kills. What? Panther needs heals. Oh, lucky he's getting mechanized. One criticism. All the buildings are too close. All these buildings are way too fucking close. Artillery could easily wipe infantry, armor, all sorts of stuff right here. So yeah, don't do that. But yeah, I'm okay, Tadhouse. My lower back is just in pain. I'm on steroids, pain meds, muscle actors, and also like a pack for my back. Also, I have a Herman Miller chair. So luckily I prepped I didn't get a gamer chair. I got a chair that's actually good for you know, lumbar support, which is really helpful right now. Unfortunately, a Panzer IV, you know what's not helpful? That Vet 3 AT gun, because by God, it's pretty solid. And even with the grenades, it survived. Vet 3 increases again penetration, made it easier to kill it. So, yeah, sniper, not in a great state. And looks like the Axis are down in armor, and they're down mostly in everything. Population-wise, we're looking at average in like mid-60s, well, low 60s. Axis, sorry, though not too far off. Allies are just in the mid-60s, so could be a lot worse. Could be substantially worse, but it's not. Okay, maybe for that MG it's worse, but the Germans need a solid strategy, and right now the bunker spam is not a solid strategy. I'm just pointing out there. I don't think it's a solid strategy. Cromwell's lighting this position up. Their AT from the Piats open fire. They might, if he snares it, that Panzer IV is done. Now, Pack could, you know, reinforce and try to take it, but remember, there's 3 infantry section here that could focus on this and take it out. But Cromwell opening fire. Pack gun trying to return fire. Come on. Dropping smoke would actually be pretty solid. Then you can advance. Remember, guys, this unit does have smoke. I don't know if Koopa forgot that, but he could drop smoke there. Makes it hard for the MG and AT guns to see. And, yeah, no, I think you could have used Gammon bombs or other high explosives to deal with it. Panther would be an issue, but, again, there is an AT gun there and other things that could have come into support. By the way, to support, I believe the Churchill is operational, and now we have more artillery, which is all hitting this back position. Oh, no, it hit here, where everything was. So, hey, good job. Radish Man coming in to help his team. When the multiplayer mod is fixed and ready to go, we can do Hoi 4 multiplayer again. Oh, that's nice. Tadal's definitely. I do want to play some Hoi 4 multiplayer. I'm super pumped to play some. I might do a game after this, but right in terms of a single player thing. But for right now, I think I'm just going to relax. But we'll see how my back is. I need to take some meds after this anyway. Artillery drops down on the Panzer IV, so excellent job right there. Again, weakening it down to a decent state. Again, 900 manpower, all good. Okay, about now 750. 270. Oh my God, you're saving up for a Tiger Ace. Why? Why are you saving up for a Tiger Ace? I mean, I guess that kind of makes sense. The British don't exactly have a heavy AT killer like a Firefly, right? And they have a Croc and a Cromwell. And I mean, like, but you still have like there's still enough, right? There's still enough here where I'm like concerned overall. So, I don't know. I truly don't know. I think you need to have good micro, right? Wait, what about the Norway tree? I actually enjoyed playing Norway that one time. I would rather play Norway a whole game and try to hold. That's just me, though. Anyway, let's see. We got ourselves the Cromwell opening fire. Panther trying to hit. Actually, amount of AT is pushing back a Panther pretty solid. Damn. Artillery is being neutral, or is being hit by concentration barrage. Saw officer went in deep and found target. Hopefully taking it out. It's planned in the future. Oh, they're adding a Norway tree. That's cool. I would love it. Again, I would love a Norway tree. Especially because that whole a lot of people forget that whole situation with Norway and Sweden and why the Germans and British immediately were like, oh shoot, we need to focus there because Sweden was providing the iron ore and Norway would have been a staging ground to allow the Allies to stop it. But yeah. Anyway, but now it's bug fixing. Oh yeah, it makes sense. You want to make sure everything's all straightened away. This is where the artillery, I mentioned earlier, is really coming to play because we're hitting this whole region. This Panther needs to be very careful because a good pre-shot, or I'm sorry, sexton shot could easily do a ton of damage. Tiger Ace is on the field, is it? It is on the field. No kills yet. just chilling, watching his friends burn. Croc just came in there and doing it what it can. Infantry section dodge grenades. What a throw there, man. Assault Grenadiers doing what it can. Does actually force the infantry back and keeps the territory. That's the weird thing. I'm actually surprised the Germans have been able to keep this territory for so long. But Cromwell trying to put an end to that with 25 kills under its belt. So pretty solid. Churchill coming. Oh, fuck no. Guys, an unsupported Tiger will do wonders against the enemy. Or will it die? AT gun opening fire. Again, now Vet 2. Looks like the other Vet 3 one is also opening fire. Cromwell's hitting it. It's just being pulverized multiple directions. Pack gun is trying to support, but there's still a lot hitting it. And Churchill is penetrating it. Trying to get the hell out of dodge. Tiger Ace does pull on back. It will take time to repair. Please get the fucking repair ability. That might help. Counterattack in mid, but I don't think they have enough to kill the Churchill. It does barely live, but it did enough. That's the thing. It did enough. Panther is still undergoing... Oh, just finished repairs. The buildings now need repairs. Again, you can also upgrade Stern Pioneers for faster repairs. Just saying. German forces are attacking. Panther might move it. If the whole goal is to move up to kill that Churchill, I don't know. Zeroing could do it, right? But they need to keep sight and they need to keep troops. I don't know how much damage these guys can take. And yeah, they're going to pull back. So on the left, another, well, Panzer IV moves on in to try to clear the territory. At least I'll stop this assault officer from hopefully grabbing anything. British, both over 2,000 manpower. They lose something, they can get back. Germans, more historical, as well say. More historical. Not having a lot of resources at their disposal. But we'll see how things fare. Panther's back up, but again, not really much it can do. If I'm the Allies, right? Or the Axis, sorry. If I'm the Axis, you know what I see that's good? Mobile observation post. You get a half-track, which he has not gotten. Get a half-track, lock it down, use the flare ability on this, right? Deployed in the back lines. And then what you could do is use a sniper come in with zeroing, covers the whole territory. You have recon from the flares, neutralizes the attack or the repairing units or whatever. Hell, you could, if you sneak up this way, right? You go this way, up, around. You could actually neutralize quite a bit of units. And they can't really do too much. There's no mines on this road. Even though I think that the British should absolutely place mines along these key choke points. Right? You could sneak up. And it's not that hard of a traversal path. Especially with him getting closer and closer to the front. So, Panzer IV holding back the Brits. But the Brits do have some AT they're trying to hit it with. A snare it. Yeah, there we go. And now Croc and maybe a Cromwell can move in and kill that bastard. So Panzer IV is still under fire from the Piats. More focused on the infantry section without the AT guns, but okay. Sure. Firing at will. Slowly wearing down the armor. Where is the British armor support? I don't know, but he needs to come on in. And here comes the Tiger with an MG bunker that was... Of course. More bunkers, guys. More bunkers. Let's see. In mid, we have a dive on the Sexton. Missing. He's actually going in. He's going in. Sniper is charging. Does kill one. He's going to swing around. Or not. Cromwell just getting the hell out of there. Excellent job by the Cromwell. And other forces, by the way. Did Cromwell get the kill? He did not. The AT gun did. Very cool. Again, AT guns vet 2 and 3 respectively, so nothing to sneeze at. And Cromwell, 33 kills. Really solid stuff right there. British just dominating the Germans. And another Sexton was deployed because he easily has enough resources to get more. And hell, he can get another one if he wasn't at pop cap. So, yeah. My criticism is the fact that British could be doing a better job at pushing and using their numerical superiority against the Germans. The Germans still have a decent-sized army, but with what the British have, I feel like they could be doing a lot better. Because right now, we can see here the Germans are pushing on the right. They are indeed taking left. And based on the population of 69, nice, the Germans have, you figure they could be doing a little better at, you know, pulverizing them. Cromwell. Crocodile, still in mid with a Cromwell and oh my god, I can't talk. A Churchill on standby. What the fuck's a Crockwell? My lord. It's like a shark octopus or something like that. It's a weird amalgamation that you would see in low budget fare. Support gun does get a good shot, and they do get the kill. I'm gonna chalk that up to the Kubel. Vet 2. Grabbing the territory. We have an armor push that's, fun fact, not going well for the Tiger. The Cromwell's gun on the Churchill's turret. I wonder if that's similar. Anyway, Tiger does get pushed back by the large amounts of AT and a 17-pounder going into effect. So, yeah, armor for the Germans is pretty much done at this point. Also, assault officer just died. Not sure where, but it absolutely just met its match. I think right here. But yeah, no. Now Martin has no frontline troops, and there goes the tree. And yeah, the British now have so much AT. Yeah, there's so much AT that I don't know what the Germans are gonna do, right? Like, their base is under attack. Hell, if the priests, honest to God, want to launch a major barrage here and did a creeping barrage, they could probably kill all this. Exanu, thank you very much for the follow. Very kind of you, good sir. But yeah, a good push right here could easily do quite a lot of damage. Like, the British forces are gearing up for a counterattack, so that's good. The 17-pounder is guarding mid. A little farther back than I probably would have liked. I actually probably would have liked it over here, so that we could fire a shot through the forest, or even over here if need be, right? You have the range, you have the capability. But, yeah. Hope everything is, hope everyone's having a great night. Well, I'm having a great morning. It's 11:56 where I am, but hey, hopefully it's a great night for you. Okay, Germans have gotten a bigger gun. Well, and they have gotten LEFH, right? That's still a thing. I guess but do they know about this thing? And again, in case you're like, well, Greyshot, based on the German doctrine, they don't have recon. Wrong. Remember, the half-track has recon. German sniper could deploy a half-track and get himself recon. Tiger getting some great shots on the Crocodile, forcing it back. Churchill and AT gun standby. They are penning. Airburst shells block sight. And just raining down hell through artillery fire. King Tiger just taking a hell of a beating. Again, Churchill can take the heat. Again, Vet 3 with a decent helping of kills. Also kills the Opel Soldaten. Sturm Pioneers grab, or I guess they're not grabbing the LMG. Hold on, where's that? Oh, Pack Gun was over here firing. Panzer forward, busy with a Vet 3 Cromwell. I'm going to give the edge to the Cromwell, especially with the infantry support. Oh, nope, Tiger Ace is here. That will turn things a bit. Drop smoke to retreat, or maybe allow them to come in with the Piats. Either way. Brumbar's coming on in. Sure. Germans really like that armor. Zeroing was called in, by the way, which may be not the best idea, because again, they'll just pull back, and they did. So, there's that. Cromwell going toe-to-toe with the Tiger Ace, of all things. Panzer forward is just doing twirls around a tree. Meanwhile, Tiger Ace taking a number of hits. And it'll pull him back. Cromwell retreating as well. Heading on back, and hopefully can get some additional repairs. But overall, again, Brits, when a Cromwell is holding back a Tiger Ace, you're doing something right. An emplacement is being attacked. Again, support gun opening fire on the position, as well as the LAFH trying to, I'm assuming, counteract this position. Which, hey, at least the Germans do have artillery to try to force back the Brits. Hard to do, but they are trying to succeed, and at least Sniper is doing that effectively. King Tiger, though, definitely needs repairs, and by God, man, you have enough munitions. It's like it's the little stuff that's really not helping the Germans at all. King Tiger probably could fire on this, just moves up a tad, and then he can Faust it, but he's about to die if you don't get the hell out of their stat. There we go, good shot. Pack gun is also firing along the side, getting a rear armor shot. Resource-wise, again, it is closer, but the British do have a lead in munitions, thanks to taking back the right. In this position, I'm actually surprised alive, especially with the creeping barrage. You could easily hit both targets in a single, like, line. So if Johnny was here, he would probably be screaming at the chat, being like, why is this not being done? which makes sense. Support guns slowly wearing down the 17-pounder. Again, artillery from Concentration Barrage and the Sextons really need to counteract that. Luckily, he does have 3 of them, which does limit his infantry and armor capabilities by having so many of those things, because it's, what, 14 population per? So you're talking about, like, 40% of your army is artillery? That's a lot. But, again, so far, we'll see how the Brits fare. It does kill the Kubel, so, you know, good sign right there. Support guns opening fire. Might be able to kill this Vet 3 AT gun. But Sexton's now opening fire on them. And, yeah, they're under heavy bombardment, trying to get the hell out of Dodge. Luckily do escape, and they keep their veterancy. On the left, we have an armored advance. Again, criticism I will give to the Brits is the fact there's no mines. You could easily build a ton of mines here, because we're not seeing sweepers. Hell, he got the Obosadon's LMG to a goddamn Pioneer, because why not? But we could be seeing, even though there's no mines, we could be seeing a flanking maneuver come in, which is why I think mines have been here better. But yeah, we have a Cromwell, 34 kills. Churchill, 30 kills, flanking a King Tiger. No, sorry, a Tiger Ace and a Panzer IV. Cromwell gets the first blow against the Panzer IV. Second blow as well, rear armor. They're trying to kill this MG, but the main threat's behind you, buddy. 3 shots in the Panzer IV finally is like, duh, and doesn't even get a shot off. Now it's for the Tiger Ace, who's actually picking up a tree. Cromwell using its speed to get behind. Great tag team right here. Churchill taking all the damage, which it can take. Vet 3 AT gun as well, putting in shots, and the Cromwell gets the kill. This has been a great game for the Cromwell and Churchill, respectively. They're going to pull back, and that they're going to decapitate Schaefer Martin's forces. Koopa Trooper, I agree, is like, what the hell? What just happened? What was that? I don't understand. They did kill the 17-pounder, and it looks like the Sexton as well died. I'm assuming by the LFH. Yeah, LFH looks like it got that kill. So great job there, Vet 2. So really solid. And again, can get some additional veterancy. So he's not out of the woods just yet. Can get all the way up to direct 5. Sorry, veterancy 5 for direct fire. King Tiger, though, maybe can pop a shot here. But again, with nearly 3,000 manpower in the bank, Brits need to be a little more aggressive, which looks like they are doing slowly but surely. And the Germans need to actually get some kills and not do stupid stuff like that. Having better armor does not make you a better player. Pack gun, again, smart move would be the target weak point, so he stopped. But he's not doing that. Cromwell will escape, most likely, using its speed to get out of there. Again, that shot would have made it easier for the pack gun to get 1, maybe 2 more shots in. So there's that. Assault officer is in mid. Sadat opening fire. Crocodile is on standby. But again, I'm going to stand back and just watch this happen until we get some more support. Sexton looks like is firing in this sector, or where's it hitting? Oh, it is. Good. It's killing the Volk squad too, even better. LFA trying to return fire, but where? In mid. I think it's hitting mid with the airburst shells. Interesting choice. King Tiger trying to figure out what to do. I mean, he's almost vet 1, so I'll give him that. Does get vet 1, but under heavy amounts of artillery fire. It's not even funny. It's concentration and I think a priest. Panther coming up behind him, so we got another tank. Again, the Allies now have a Firefly on top of all the vet 3 and highly vetted armor and AT that they have. So, oh my god, Firefly might immediately die though. That would be funny. Firefly comes in and immediately dies. Zeroing is now in effect. This could be good if it wasn't for the fact the German armor is already almost dead. And the AT guns are vet 3 and are just... yeah. They excel at murdering armor. Oh god. Yeah, zeroing is in effect, but they are going to pull back. You could also do rapid maneuvers. Just small things to just keep in mind when you do play. That way you get out of this mess. Also, if the enemy doesn't have recon, the artillery does slow itself down and will stop because it needs recon to fire all that. But yeah, The Germans can get themselves a Tiger Ace, which is exactly what this man does. So another Tiger Ace, everyone. And, yeah, we'll see how things fare. Again, there's still a Brumbar as well with a Vet 3 pack gun, so they have something. But, lo and behold, especially when Sniper has at least a decent army of infantry, maybe moving that up, right, would have been beneficial with artillery support, etc., or a half-track to recon. That way you can know what the enemy has, send in what you need, and especially when they have the AT guns, find a way around them. If they're looking straight at you and they're both Vet 3 British AT guns, I don't even care if they're AT guns. They will demolish you, right? Like, because a lot of people see the British AT guns as insignificant, but when they get high veterancy, they can pack a hell of a wallop. And hopefully this game signifies that. Again, 38 kills for that assault officer. Man, that thing has been pulling weight all game. The Sextons are opening fire. I managed to kill the medical, the Panzer headquarters, and I'm assuming the mechanized is next. So if that is the case, what you're probably going to see here is Sniper being like, okay, I can't get a Panzer IV or a Panther. Maybe I can see it for a King Tiger. Maybe. Stern Pioneer coming on in. Artillery's in the concentration barrage is going to kill the CLAVH. Good job. Although you don't, once again, need to send in your troops that close. You have early warning and you have a recon from that unit that you can deploy. Tiger Ace decides to follow in the footsteps of the previous armored push and just charge on in. Luckily, the AT guns are back at base, right? Healing. So they're busy. So the Tiger Ace actually has a chance. Air quotes. Chance. They're doing okay, but again, it's one of the situations where I just find it irritating that we're not seeing additional infantry support for the armor. But weirdly enough, the Allies are the ones down. Again, because the Germans have done a decent job at holding the front. Well, okay, until now. Churchill just cleared out what's left to the right, and we'll probably clear this position. Yeah, I suspect the VPs will quickly change. Again, right now, I think the Brits need to actually grab territory. But it looks like they are trying to push up and do exactly that. Good job seeing the support equipment, knocking that out, so one less thing to worry about. It is funny how both support guns Sniper Ad are now under the Ostier's command, which is quite hilarious. Not if instead of shooting tanks, he's aiming for Tom over there. Yeah, Mechanized about to die, so that's not a good sign. We have any infantry... Come on, let's move up some infantry, grab up the right. There's so many resources you can grab, because the Germans still have a decent helping of munitions and fuel for some extent. Tiger Ace as well on standby, but there's just so much here. A proper zeroing would be so effective with recon, but we have not seen it, and I don't think these players understand that. So, alas, I wish we did have something good, but it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. Again, I think this is your average game of CoH2. Doesn't have amazing plays, but it does have some really solid units. Oh, there we go. There's recon. Okay, so the assault officer just did that. Okay, so now I think let me rephrase that. I think the British are been doing some smart plays for the most part, except for maybe being a little more aggressive with capturing territory. But the Germans, who've had the tools available to win this game, just have been literally just setting it ablaze. Again, you got another Firefly. Good, I guess. Or, no, it is this game? Whatever. Anyway. Grenades throw. Trying to push the units back, but there's so much. You're not going to hold. Brits could have double the resources if they use some manpower. They're at pop cap, right? So I can't say that. Churchill coming in from behind. Body blocking. That artillery as well coming on in. If AT guns can rapid maneuver and get up there, Tiger Ace is done. Churchill, luckily focusing on the Brumbar and Tiger. Tiger loses its main gun. Now hitting the Volk squads. We have zeroing coming in effect. That's great. You need to make sure that the enemy stays there, which you can't do. Again, button. Like, again, you have the tools. You could have absolutely done it and got at least some forces in there, but you did not. And they escaped. Like, think about it. The Germans have done such a poor job attacking that the British have not used hold the line, one of the best countermeasures for literally any assault. The British have not felt so inclined to do so. Cromwell coming on in. A problem for both sides as well, no mines. That's a huge red flag for me, is the fact the lack of mines. And what the fuck is with the bunkers? Stop it. The Germans are getting closer and closer to regrettable, but the British are keeping this afloat because they're actually trying, and they have decent veterancy on their men. If this was a game where both sides are just utter shit, then I would do regrettable. But because the British, generally speaking, have a decent veteran force and have been using it quite effectively at targeting hard points and using it to do what he can to hit some stuff, I'm a little more inclined to be like, okay, this is not regrettable for the Brits. The Germans are slowly inching their way forward. And again, I feel like the fact that no force here has taken it is the biggest problem I have for the British. Like, just one unit. My man's floating 3.5k manpower. I know, right? But if you look here, do not criticize them for having that much manpower because they're at pop cap. They can't afford anything else. I don't even think they can get a medic. Can they get a medic? They could get a universal carrier and a medic. They could get a medic. But like, why would you? I mean, he needs to reinforce his men and such. So, build, fuel, and muni. Actually, that's a very fair point. They have built some. I wonder if they haven't built others because the Germans have counterattacked, but I do agree that's actually not a bad idea to build one or two. But again, a small criticism, I would say. My biggest concern is taking territory, but locking it down with munitions and fuel would be a solid strat. You're right. Kind of missed that. I also say that for the Germans, but the Germans are so inclined. Nice job with the concentration fire operation, killing that unit. They keep building these fucking bunkers, and I do not understand. They can play more aggressive, maybe trading some stuff. The game wouldn't be over if they traded a couple tanks. I agree. But again, I feel like they're them using a little bit more caution with some of the attacks have actually prevailed and allowed them to ambush the Germans when Germans felt more aggressive. And there's also stupid shit like that. Assault officer's at 50 kills. Tally ho, goddammit. Double AT is hitting the croc. They're gonna kill the Vet 3 pack. Tiger Ace is chilling up on the hill. There it goes. They just killed 4 units in the span of 20 seconds. Wonderful job, man. Just wonderful job. We have ourselves concentration barrage up on the hill. Might kill the retreating infantry. I don't know if that's on purpose, but if it is, I salute them. Here it comes. Oh, it's so close. So close to killing that unit. Churchill, 35, backed up by 2 AT guns. And a Cromwell once again. He's trying to blitz away, but Cromwell has decent speed with him. Artillery hitting the Tiger Ace on the retreat. Sniper's about to get a King Tiger, but I don't think he's going to meet the Tiger Ace. It's easy to say when looking at a replay. Yeah, no, I agree. But I will say the amount of Tigers they've killed, I would say, I mean, this Cromwell has personally killed 2 Tigers. Like, it has done a seriously good job at killing on stuff. Also, another unit down. We're down to 3 units for Schaeffler Martin, so not great. Churchill's also gotten decent helpings. Double AT pulling on back. I will say, though, in case wondering, like, Greyshot, you know, the British don't have recon. Yeah, again, they do. They have recon. Nearly early warning, and both Brits have an assault officer with decent kills across the board. So, I would recommend getting that. By the way, this Churchill is 39 kills, so good job for that croc. Sextons have done okay. I'm more inclined to give credit to the AT guns that have done such good work. Artillery breaking up these positions because it keeps building fucking bunkers. Why? Why are you building bunkers? Also, British forces, take it. Seriously. I'm about to start fast forwarding because I'm like, yeah. Bunker spam can be effective. Not when the enemy has literally 3 sextons and concentrated barrage. It's just not gonna work. When the Cromwell feels so inclined to go toe-to-toe with the Tiger. Firefly backing them up. I'm gonna go 2-speed. This game should be wrapping up here soon. Really, again, the biggest caveat is British need to be more aggressive. They have 4,000 in the tank. They can afford to lose a unit or two and grab territory. The Sextons are what's really costing them. Oh, nice kill on the Firefly. Okay, maybe that'll allow Koopa. No, he has enough infantry, so just take something, goddammit. Zeroing was in effect. That again, they're going to pull back, make sure they don't get killed. Again, good job on preservation. German forces pushing forth. King Tiger is barely alive. Again, new players love bunkers. I wouldn't say new players. I mean, I know a lot of very good players that will do a bunker spam, but usually they do like 3 fort lines of AT tank traps. So if they do those tank traps, they prevent shots from hitting the bunker, which can be a lot more annoying, right? So, yeah. Anyway, AT guns guarding in case the armor comes back. Assault officer just cheat. I love the assault officers become the bane of the Germans. Just scaring them away. Artillery's coming in to push them back. Croc forces the Volksquads away. Double AT moving on in, but again, they can focus all they want, but it's crocodiles. They can take the hits. Or a Croc and a Churchill, which they do burn them away. AT guns hitting the King Tiger, forcing it back. Left-hand side, the Tiger Ace has returned. Cromwell, 49 kills. Using its speed by itself, engaging the Tiger Ace. Going around, doing what it can, like a goddamn Chad. Is this guy gonna kill 3 fucking Tigers? Come on. Yeah, I give credit to that. He may have not gotten the kill, but the Churchill did too. Tiger killers, god damn. And, yeah, Slifer Martin lost everything. Oh my god, no. No fucking way. Goes right behind. Firing with artillery and everything coming on it. Kill it. This Cromwell is the most badass Cromwell I've seen in forever. Come on, one last shot. He bounced. GG, did he get it? No, the Churchill did. Churchill also Tiger killer. But yeah, Cromwell has done so much good work. The Micron Koopa has been on point. And also Radish Man. I love the teamwork. The solid teamwork. With and now the Germans have literally nothing. They have nothing. Oh, they rage quit. They rage quit, of course. Aw, man. Yeah, it's like killing 2 tigers in the span of like 20 seconds. Wonderful job. Wonderful job. Alright, after action report. What does it entail? Proficient tigers. We got a Cromwell with 22k, 58 kills. No losses. Croc did also pretty good, along with the Churchill on the other side. Radish Man did also really good. But the AT guns, 52,000 damage. That's so good. And on the German side, we had ourselves 2 King Tigers with 10k damage. Again, just imagine that with the Cromwell, how much it did. Giga Chad moments, I agree that the Cromwell-Churchill combo, killing the Tigers consistently, was on point. Pack gun, 29,000. Never got a kill. Never got a kill with those pack guns. How many Tiger Aces did you deploy? You deployed 3. So 3 Tiger Aces fell to Cromwell-Churchill combo every time. Just incredible. Damage-wise, Radish Man got top damage and kills. Thank you, Radish Man, for submitting this replay. Very kind of you, good sir. And we had Schleifer Martin going top damage. And top kills goes the sniper. The Germans had the tools, they just didn't use them. In my personal opinion, they just did not. Like, they could have used their armor better, their infantry better, etc. But overall, it was a poor game of poor management of armor. The British could have been on the defensive, and could have definitely been on the back foot, but the Germans could not kill units. The British used teamwork to neutralize hard positions and their heaviest tanks with ease. Yeah, and I think the KDs easily show that with a 3 to 1 KD for Radish Man. So Radish Man and your ally Koopa Troopa, great job on teamwork and great job on just working together and using special little abilities to help give you guys an edge. The only thing I will say is you could have been more aggressive, but that's not really a huge turning point or a huge negative, when especially as you're slowly whittling down Sniper and Schleifer Martin. Again, just some infantry capturing territory would have probably finished this game sooner. But again, I'm glad you guys won. Anyway, thanks again, and hopefully you guys enjoyed. This has been Greyshot. I'll see you guys next time. Hello, everyone. This is Greyshot17, and before y'all go, let me give a special shout out to Patreon supporters Joey G240, Milam, BigChuche, Aphyria, Ace, PyroShark, Tony B95, Epic Pleb. Thank you all for your incredible support and helping me grow my channel and support my channel and everything I do. Thank you, and to the rest of you, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.